prepare for Raila Odinga's presidency in 2022. Those are not my words. Those are the words of David Murathe. Who is David Murathe in this country, by the way? David Murathe is a key ally of President Uhuru Kenyatta. David Murathe is President Uhuru Kenyatta's mouthpiece. David Murathe is what Oscar Sudi is to William Samoei Ruto, which means the statement by David Murathe were actually intended to achieve certain political objectives. Because I've always maintained on this platform that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything is normally intended to achieve specific political objectives. In my considered opinion, David Murathe's statement were intended to achieve two main political objectives. The first objective was to test the reaction of Kenyans on the possibility of Raila Odinga's presidency in 2022. And I'm sure the intelligence, the National Intelligence Service, the NIS, are monitoring the reactions of Kenyans after the statement by David Murathe. Number two, that statement by David Murathe was intended to communicate to Kenyans about the possibility of President Uhuru Kenyatta endorsing Raila Amolo Odinga. And it's not the first time David Murathe is actually making this kind of statements. So in this video today, I want us to look at whether Raila Amolo Odinga is the surprise candidate President Uhuru Kenyatta promised Kenyans sometimes in 2018. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. And for those who've been giving me feedback, I want to hear your comment on the quality of this video and whether there is a bit of improvements. Now let us get back to the main issue. And by the way, give this video also a thumbs up. That's how you can support this channel. Now let us get back to serious business. Last week, David Murathe told the Standard that Kenyans should prepare for Raila Amolo Odinga's presidency. I don't want to go into the details because we all know that President Uhuru Kenyatta's term in office is coming to an end in 2022. And President Uhuru Kenyatta promised Kenyans that he was going to serve for 2 terms and then leave it to his deputy, William Samoei Ruto, to also complete his 2 terms. But as things stand today, President Uhuru Kenyatta is headed to south. His deputy is headed to north. These guys are not going to work together in 2022. But who is President Uhuru Kenyatta going to support? In 2018, the president told the Kikuyus in their mother tongue that his choice for 2022 was going to shock them. The truth of the matter is that by 2018, Uhuru and Raila had just entered into the handshake. And there was still this notion that Uhuru and Ruto were actually playing Raila Amolo Odinga. But the truth of the matter is that today, Ruto and Uhuru are actually different. They can't work together. So the president will have to get a new candidate. And who is this new candidate? Is it possible that the candidate the president say would surprise Kenyans is actually Raila Amolo Odinga? I want to give you 5 reasons why I strongly believe now that the statement that time meant Raila Amolo Odinga. Number 1 is the Mandela moment theory. David Murathe is a close ally of the president. There is nothing which David Murathe has ever said in this country which has never come to pass. So David Murathe is very powerful around the president. And David Murathe is the guy who came up with this Mandela moment.
Do you know I went to Kisumu and nilisikiza, we were launching a UHC na Uhuru, Universal Healthcare. Nikasikiza huyu mzee na nikasikia rais, and I understood they know where we've come from, they know where we are, and they love this country. They know where they want to take this country. Munaelewa? Ni wangapi hapa mnakubaliana na hiyo agenda ya Raila Amolo Odinga na Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? Mikono juu. Wakati alisema Kibaki tosha, mlisema yeye ni jaba. Nema. Let me tell you people, for posterity, for this country, for prosperity, all right? If you want this country to grow and for people to prosper, you don't need anything else but peace and stability and unity. And the legacy that the president wants to leave in this country is a legacy of a united Kenya. Na muridikane kila wakati Wakikuyu na Wajaluo wanaungana, tunashinda. Hiyo ni kweli ama ni uongo? Mnataka tushinde, mnataka tuanguke? Tushinde ama tuanguke? Ni wangapi mnakubaliana na mimi tuwe na Mandela moment? Munaijua? Mimi niko hapo. Asante Maina.
So what is Mandela's moment? Mandela's moment simply means serving for one term and leaving to someone else. So in my considered opinion, President Uhuru Kenyatta is not really prepared to handle his succession politics. And because the president is not prepared to handle his succession politics, his deputy was very much ready for him for any eventuality. So the deputy president went ahead of the president and captured President Uhuru Kenyatta's core support base, which is the larger Mount Kenya region. Which means today, for President Uhuru Kenyatta to succeed, he must look for someone else. And that is Raila Amolo Odinga is the only candidate who can serve for one term based on his age. The truth of the matter is that the president would have wished to leave or to hand over to Gideon Moi. But currently, Kenyans are not ready for Gideon Moi. And that's why he must look for someone who can serve just one term and exit. Can Kalonzo Musyoka serve as a president of the Republic of Kenya for one term? It can't work. He will serve 2 terms. Can Fred Matiang'i serve for one term only? It can't happen. What about Kalonzo Musyoka? Can he serve for one term only? I don't think Kalonzo Musyoka can serve for one term only. So the only person who can serve for one term is Raila Amolo Odinga. Mandela's moment. And because of that, I strongly believe that President Uhuru Kenyatta might actually consider supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. And supporting Raila Amolo Odinga is surprising because nobody would have even imagined these guys working together. So that's number one. Number 2 is President Uhuru's directive to One Kenya movement. Now there's something which I started saying on this platform and I stopped. President Uhuru Kenyatta decided that he's going to support Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Odinga then decided to break with the NASA principles. So the numbers are not adding up for Raila Amolo Odinga. So the president then took the initiative of bringing back the NASA supporters and probably deliver them to Raila Amolo Odinga. So he came up with One Kenya Alliance. And at some point, Kenyans actually thought that the president was going to betray Raila Odinga and support the One Kenya movement. Now, sometimes back, the president brought these guys together. Before we go into that, let me just tell you how this thing has been happening. On 21st of February 2021, President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga met with the party leaders to plan on how they were going to campaign for the Building Bridges Initiative process. Then after that, Gideon Moi was made to read a statement. Raila was not very happy. And after that, Raila Odinga became sick, and the One Kenya Alliance clearly appeared to be favored by the deep state. Then on 2nd of April, because when Raila became sick, he went into isolation. And after the isolation, what happened was that Raila Odinga took a low profile. And on 2nd of April, President Uhuru Kenyatta visited Raila Odinga in his current residence. Then the next day, Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta appeared together. Then after that, it is alleged that the president met with One Kenya Alliance movement. And the president told them that they need to start figuring out who amongst them is going to be running mate of Raila Odinga. Basically, what the president told them was very simple. Raila Odinga is going to be the presidential candidate. Now you guys muende mujipange, come up na line up. Who is going to be the prime minister? Who is going to be the deputy prime minister? Who is going to be the running mate to Raila Odinga? And that's why of late you are seeing One Kenya Alliance taking low profile. And then on 13th of April, Gideon Moi and Mohoho visited Raila Odinga at his residence. So Gideon Moi has agreed to play balls. And because it is alleged that Gideon Moi was the one who was funding the One Kenya Alliance, that's why the activities have stalled. So Gideon Moi also met with these guys after meeting with Raila Odinga, and he asked them a very simple question. For me, I've not declared my interest. So who amongst you guys is ready for the presidency? And you also remember that after the president's visit and Gideon Moi's visit to Raila Odinga, activities and several visits to current residents started escalating, including people like Anne Waiguru, the Kikuyu Council of Elders, and several other people visiting Raila Odinga. So Uhuru Kenyatta's directive suggests, if it's true, because I'm getting this information from within the political circles, if it's true, then Raila Odinga is going to be the surprise candidate. Number 3 is William Ruto's factor. Who can defeat William Samoei Ruto if you remove Raila Odinga out of the equation? That's the biggest headache Uhuru Kenyatta is facing. If Gideon Moi was capable of defeating William Ruto easily, then let me assure you, President Uhuru Kenyatta would have easily endorsed Gideon Moi. Or he would have even easily endorsed Musalia Mudavadi. Or he would have easily endorsed Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. But the only credible candidate who can challenge William Ruto is Raila Odinga. And because of that, President Uhuru Kenyatta might have no option than to support Raila Odinga. Number 4 is the Building Bridges Initiative process. Why was the Building Bridges Initiative process initiated in the first place? Why do you think it was initiated? For the unity of the country and to solve some of our past or historical injustices in this country. What are some of these historical injustices which BBI is supposed to solve? So if the president is part of this process, and Raila Odinga is also part of this process, President Uhuru Kenyatta's term in office is coming to an end. William Ruto is opposed to this process. Who do you think will be able to implement the proposals as contained in the Building Bridges Initiative process? That person is only Raila Odinga, because it's the co-principal to the president during this particular process. So because of that, the president might actually decide to support Raila Odinga. And lastly is the historical injustices in this country. And one of the historical injustices in this country is denying Raila Odinga his presidency. I've always told people that William Ruto and his team believes that the deputy president delivered the presidency to Uhuru. I am certain that Uhuru was supported by the deputy president. But Uhuru is also aware that they never won the presidency. And that's why he's working with Raila Odinga. That his presidency was delivered through the deep state. So to solve some of these historical injustices, because these historical injustices has been between majorly 2 families and 2 tribes. The Kikuyus versus the Luos and the Kenyattas versus the Odingas. Odinga supported Mzee Kenyatta. Mzee Kenyatta betrayed him. Uhuru Kenyatta would want a situation where he's going to support Raila Odinga so that the rivalry between the Luos and the Kikuyus is going to come to an end. I don't know what to think, but that's my take. The candidate, President Uhuru Kenyatta, is likely to endorse is Raila Amolo Odinga. And the other truth is that there are people around the president who are not keen with Raila Amolo Odinga being supported for the presidency. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts on this matter. And again, if you're watching this video for the first time, take a second or 2 and click the subscribe button. And to the subscribers, please just do the needful. Share this video, drop your comments, and also just give it thumbs up. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Look ikoaje leo. Now, I'm still working on this studio, by the way. And I think I'm addressing the issue of the sound and the lighting. I'm also working on it. So, mdogo, it will come. Thank you, guys.